Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rising Hawk Tarot. This video is for the Sun Bear Zodiac sign, the Elk, and it is for the middle to end of July. We're going to be doing a medicine wheel spread. So this follows the alchemy of the medicine wheel. I am using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck for the initial spread, and then I will be clarifying with the 1909 Tarot. And at the end of the reading, I will be pulling three main themes for the middle to end of July. So let's go ahead and get started. We always start in the middle of the medicine wheel. So the middle of the medicine wheel, this is where our center power animal sits. It is where, in the earth count, it is where humans, pure intellect and measure, the collective consciousness of all humans, and death and rebirth sit. For the great teachers, this is where feelings, pure intellect and measure, confrontation, defeat, and patience sit. So we start here for you elks with zebra energy. So zebra energy is very creative. They're very young at heart. Um, and it's asking you to open your mind and expand your worldview. Um, let's go ahead and clarify the zebra. So with the zebra, we have the moon. So the moon can represent the illusions or the unknown. It can also represent a need for some shadow work. So um, what's coming through for me with the moon and the zebra together is that um, there's something that could be you. How do I say this? Um, there could be something that isn't what it seems right now. And this is why Spirit is asking you to expand your mind and your perception and your worldview. Um, and there could also be some unconscious emotions that need to come to the surface. And it almost feels like you need to take some sort of adventure is what's coming through. But we'll keep going and see what happens. So next we move to the east of the wheel. This is where our warrior animal sits. It is also where the sun and the stars sit in the earth count. And for the great teachers, this is where rage and raw power sit. So in the east, we have this nightingale energy. And this nightingale energy is about having a fearless voice. And it's about communication. And it's asking you to open the bridge between your heart and your voice. There's something that you need to say, um, which is what's coming through here right now. But let's clarify and see what is going on with the nightingale. So with the nightingale, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is about reclaiming your personal power by taking charge of your life. So in the past, you may have felt like you weren't heard. Okay. And this is saying to you to speak up right now, reclaim that power back, and speak your truth. Um, you know, honestly, regardless, even if people don't like it. Some people may not like this truth, but that is okay. It is your truth. Um, and you have a sharp mind. You have a lot of ideas. Um, and the Nightingale is saying that it wants you to speak those things. It wants you to share your ideas. Um, and speak whatever it is you need to say, and speak freely from a place of kindness is what I would say. Next, we go over to the west of the wheel. In the west sits our healer animal. For the great teachers, this is where earth And the planets sit for the great teachers, it is care and spirit. So here we have swan energy. So the swan energy, it's a very healing energy. I have a cramp in my foot. Ow. Okay. um, and it's asking you right now, your healer animal wants you to go within. Um, I would suggest some solo time, maybe with some meditation or some and or some journaling, and really listen to what your soul is saying, what your inner voice um, is saying. Uh, all right, let's pull a card and clarify that swan. Hmm. So with the swan, we have the Knight of Swords. Um, and the Knight of Swords, so hmm, it almost feels like so you there could be some sort of confrontation that needs to happen, and the spirit is asking you, and your healer animal is asking you to assert yourself. Use that nightingale voice to assert yourself. Um, and again, that doesn't mean being aggressive. It just means being assertive. And listen to what your inner voice is saying. Um, and what your soul is calling for some sort of healing. Um, hmm, whatever this conflict or not conflict, but confrontation, this is going to be very, very healing for you. Um, and again, I really think it is going to be a very, very potent healing. But yes, it does go back to that nightingale with you speaking your truth. Okay, next we move down to the south of the wheel. This is where our emotions sit. This is where our birth animals sit, which would be your elk. And for the earth count, it is the plants and the spirit of all plants. And for the great teachers, it is pain and death. And again, I always like to mention that death doesn't need to necessarily mean dying. It can just mean the end of something. Um, so here we have earthworm energy. Hmm. So with this um, earthworm energy, it kind of says that, like with the swan, it was that you have this inner voice, this inner voice that wants to come out. But this earthworm here says that you have been hiding, you've been reluctant to share your inner vision. Um, and it almost feels like you're afraid to take a risk, that if you speak up, there could be some embarrassment, or you feel like you could be wrong, or just that people may be very, very harsh with you. Let's clarify this earthworm. With the earthworm, we have this Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is a card of memories. It's a card of nostalgia and the past. So I would say that it's probably something in your past that has caused you to feel this way. Something in your past has caused you to feel like you can't speak your truth and that you need to hide your inner vision. And this has been causing a lot of inner emotional turmoil and pain, even possibly emotional pain within yourself. So next we move up to the north of the wheel. This is the area of our mind. This is where our recapitulation animal sits. Um, for the earth count, it is the animals and the spirit of all animals. And for the great teachers, it is the physical and it is fear. So here we have the beaver energy. So I will just start by saying that The beaver is actually my recapitulation animal. So whenever I see one of my animals in the medicine wheel in their spot, this is usually a sign for me that your recapitulation animal, whatever it is, um, really wants you to connect with them. So it really wants you to connect with the area of your mind. We're going to clarify that beaver energy. But I would definitely say it would be a um, good idea in the next couple weeks to, if you can, do a journey to your recapitulation animal. Um, or if you don't know what your recapitulation animal is, it also could be good to do some meditation or and maybe even some guided meditation towards dealing with I'm getting like some childhood stuff. Like again, we had this Six of Cup here, so there's some childhood issues that are resurfacing at the moment, and it could be time for you to do a soul retrieval as well for some of you. That a piece of you is ready to come back. Your recapitulation animal is somebody that would help you with that. But let's just clarify. Yeah, so with the beaver, we have the death card. So the death card is a card of transformation. It's a card of death and rebirth, right? I know a lot of people fear death, but with death also comes rebirth. So again, a rebirthing ceremony actually is coming into mind as well. Just welcoming those. I really do think that a soul retrieval may be a good idea. I do think a piece of you um, is ready to come back. Um, yeah, and it's once it's done, once that is done, once that piece of you is back, it's like you are going to be reborn again. And you'll have a completely new outlook on yourself, on life, on the world around you. I think that's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so next we move down to um, the southeast. So in the southeast, this is where our shadow animal sits. For the earth count, it is spirits, and the great teachers. And for the great teachers, it is sex and loneliness. Um, so here we have hawk energy. And hawk energy is all about the it's about a perspective shift. Um, right? So the hawks are able to see what's right in front of them as well as the bigger picture. So they are able to narrow their vision down, but they can also see um, everything. And honestly, I feel like there's something that you are not seeing, being that this is showing up in the in your shadow animal side. There's something you're not seeing, or something that you may even be refusing to see. But let's clarify this hawk. So with the hawk, we have the King of Pentacles. So I think what maybe you are not being willing to see right now is your own strength, your own abilities. You do not, it feels like you don't trust yourself at the moment. And so I do think that possibly, especially because you had that moon card, um, there could be some shadow work that needs to be done. You need to find out and understand why you are not trusting yourself at the moment. Mm. And I also just wanted to say too, it's just coming to me to say that you are not alone. Reach out to people if you are struggling. Okay. Next, we move to the southwest of the wheel. This is where our dreamer animal sits. It is the sacred dreams of life and the kachinas in the earth count. For the great teachers, this is where honesty and need sit. Excuse me. So here we have elephant energy. Hmm. So the elephant is a sign of good fortune. It is the destroyer of obstacles. It is unstoppable and wise. Um, so again, I do feel the need for you to be honest about some of the obstacles that have come up in your life. Um, I feel like some of these obstacles may be of your own making. Some of them may be obstacles that others are actually putting in your way. And I feel like with this elephant card that you need to look at your obstacles and see where they're coming from and why they are there. I mean, sometimes obstacles can be put in our place. Uh, Put in our way because we are going the wrong way, but other times they can end up there of our own accord. Or, like I said, sometimes other people can also contribute to obstacles in our life. But let's clarify this elephant energy. So, with the elephant, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So again, this is an opportunity I see coming in for you, an opportunity for you to remove some of the obstacles in your life by living on the inside instead of the outside of this wheel. So instead of allowing other things and other people to control your situation, this is saying to take control of your own situation. Take control of that wheel and remove those obstacles that you are facing. Okay, next we move to the northwest of the wheel. So this is where our death animal sits. For the earth count, it is the cycles of natural law, and it is where the Shinamiya sit. For the great teachers, this is testing and seeking. So here we have snake energy. Hmm. So this snake energy, um, the snake is the guardian of um, untapped potential and unawakened magic. Um, so what I'm getting here is that the time for waiting is over. The time is now. Um, we'll clarify before I continue. So with that, we have the lovers. Yeah, so with the snake, we have the lovers. So the lovers is a card of choice, right? So you have a choice right now. And the choice is, um, is staying in your old life or moving forward into your new life, reclaiming your personal power back and moving into your new life. You have this choice ahead of you right now. Um, the snake is saying that the time is now, right? To make this choice, to make this change. Um, Next, we move over to the northeast of the wheel. This is where our past life animal sits, or ancestry animal. For the earth count, this is moon movement and energy and pure science. And for the great teachers, this is where victory and love sit. So here we have crocodile energy. So this crocodile energy, um, hmm, so it's a card of wanting you to build your energy up. And again, I think this is going to come from, again, getting possibly rid of some things in your life from your past that are no longer serving you. This card says that you have been patient, you have been waiting, but I really believe that the time of waiting and the time for patience is over. Let's clarify this crocodile energy. Okay. So with the crocodile, we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a card of restoring inner peace. It's a card of resting, relaxing, and recovering. And I think you are going to need to do that. Like, first of all, you need to restore that inner peace. And you will do that by finally speaking your truth, by finally having that confrontation and getting it out there. Um, Now, afterwards, it is saying that you may need to take some time to recover from that experience. You may need to rest and do some healing. It's probably going to bring up some other things. Um, yeah. So, afterwards, and it's also the message that's also coming through is that you're going to need to give yourself a lot. This is in the area where the great teacher of love sits. So I think it's going to be really part of the healing is going to be really practicing a lot of self-love and a lot of self-care. Um, and just make sure that you don't beat yourself up over anything that like any fallout that happens if you do have this confrontation. Um, this is meant to happen. This is meant to be this way. And just allow yourself to feel it so that you can heal it. Okay, so just take that time afterwards to really practice that self-love, practice that self-care, and self-forgiveness as well. Okay, so now we are going to pull the three main themes for the middle of to end of July. Okay, so three main themes for uh, the Elks is uh, uncertainty, sanctuary, and truth. So I do feel like right now, yes, you are probably facing a little bit of uncertainty. You may be having a little bit of fear of speaking up and of speaking your truth. However, it's asking you right now, like first, you did get the truth card. So it is asking you for you to speak your truth. And you will actually also find sanctuary in that truth. And it's also, I think, saying to find sanctuary within yourself, not somewhere external, but within yourself. Again, really, 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 really love on yourself for the next couple weeks. I can't stress that enough. That is the main message coming through in this whole reading. Speak your truth and then love, 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 love on yourself. Okay, and that was the reading for the middle of end of July for the Sun Bear Zodiac of the Elk. And it is the final video of the Sun Bear Zodiac. So especially if you enjoyed these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I will be back again and doing more of these readings for the beginning of August. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.